EA Sports coverage of the National Football League brings us to Gillette Stadium in Foxborough, Mass. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Miami Dolphins and the New England Patriots. It's the final 3 weeks of the season. Still plenty to play for here as we're underway in Week 15. It's out of the... They'll try and start this drive in the air. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 22. And this drive will start on the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. Well, it's no secret he's had trouble this year with interceptions, and this is a bad start for him. First drive, throwing another pick.
No matter who's broadcasting his game, that's how the conversation begins. Throwing too many interceptions. Can he take care of the football? If I were his backup, I'd be edging towards the coaches and saying, hey, how about giving me an opportunity?
They'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Down and the 11.
The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Looking to pass. Tua. Now they go screen. It's complete. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves him just short for 4th down. Instead of throwing it downfield, Charles, they just tried to dump it underneath there. You like the call?
I do. I think it's a high-percentage play because you get the completion, and what you're counting on is your back to use his legs and his elusiveness to make people miss and pick up the 1st down. In this case, it didn't happen.
Going quickly out to the right side. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown.
To number 16.
An 11-yard touchdown. And the Dolphins are going to take a first-quarter lead.
Jason Sanders for the extra.
We took a pretty big risk right there going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the 1st down, forget about that. They got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a 1st down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Not the start that they were hoping for. The interception on the first play of the game. It leads to 6 points the other way. How do you rebound from here?
Yeah, a little bit of humor.
And a loose football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And this one will be brought back to the 22. You think about it, Charles, this is not a quarterback that's used to running the football a lot, and that time he was loose with it, had it knocked free.
He always has to think to himself that there's always going to be traffic around because of what you just said. Not that elusive, not going to get into the open.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. 22 yards. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Not even 2 minutes into this football game, already we've had 2 scores.
You know how much I like to read about teams of old, right? The teams of yesteryear. There were some teams that were known as the point-a-minute teams. Well, obviously in a 60-minute game, that's 60-plus points. But 2 touchdowns in the first 2 minutes? My calculator doesn't operate that well.
And now on the other side, they better wake up. They haven't even gotten off the bus yet. Taken about 7 yards deep, and no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go-around.
A big no-no. Put that in capital letters. Turning it over, the other team takes it down and scores. That can be a deflator for a football team. Now it's up to the offense to get back out on the field and pick things up.
You know, they're out there. We'll see if they can pick those things back up. 2nd and 4. Eluding the pressure right. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 48, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. He got out of the pocket there, was wondering what he was going to do with it, but I think he was calling, his receiver was calling for the ball, wasn't he?
He certainly was. The problem, he called for it too late, and when he...
And he goes down. It's a Patriot sack. Max Crosby in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. They were able to win last week despite him being sacked 4 times. They might need to tighten the reins a little bit, or this one may not end in another victory.
You're right about that. They can't count on just winning the game no matter what happens. They can't let the accumulation of hits and harassment in the pocket get to their quarterback. Got to stop that, give him clean lanes to throw the football in order to have a better chance to win again this week.
A 14-yard pickup. But it's
an extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down. And they give this time to the tailback. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It's a gain of 5, and now the question, will the offense stay out there on 4th and 1? This offense converted once already in this first quarter. They're going to try it again here on 4th down. On 4th down, they'll try and run for it. He's got the first down here inside the 30. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. A great effort there with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Dolphins are able to grow their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return.
25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down. Now a handoff looking right. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40.
He's tackled at
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Picked off at the 20. And he's able to get it back to right around the 27. Well, that's 3 picks he's now thrown in this game.
And I know this, the holiday season, because here we are in December. Right, it is the season of giving. Maybe for his own sake, after the game, he may have to announce that he's donating certain amounts to charity for each interception that he threw.
And incomplete, a drop there in the middle third of the field. That'll bring up 2nd down. Now they try the right side here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot, but what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say 200 plus?
a gain of 7.
21-0 our score after 1.
That's the end of the first quarter. With the score, Dolphins 21, Patriots nothing.
Now a handoff here to his running back. There to stop him, Juwan Bentley.
This guy's well on his way now to a big game on the ground. It's another good run there. Puts him over the century mark in yardage, and we're still in the second quarter.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. And he'll give it here to his running back. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And he'll be out just a yard or 2 shy of the 30. A gain there of 21 yards.
We both know it's difficult, but they've made it look effortless out there. Through the air, on the ground, they've moved the ball with relative ease.
And nearly picked off there. Almost intercepted. Instead, 2nd down.
16.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
Gonna give this time to the tailback. And only able to get 2 here. Stopped at the 30.
Watching that play unfold and watching him complete it brought back memories of doing all those pursuit drills to make sure you don't over-pursue and let a guy get a cutback lane on you. He did that very well.
You praised him on tape yesterday for the angles that he takes to the ball. Took a great angle right there. That's complete to his tight end, Mike Gesicki.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
So on 4th down, Dolphin kicker Jason Sanders comes on. From the left hash mark, this a 43-yard attempt. And this one is going to just tuck into the bottom left corner as he gets it to go. And that stretches this lead even further. It's now 24-0. Well, maybe a little bit of an anxious moment there as that ball got closer and closer, but it does curl in.
Yeah, actually did a little bit of a slow dance there with the left upright, didn't it? But had just enough space, as you said, for it to curl in.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he'll be down at the 6-yard line. He already had the 1 fumble loss, so now 2 fumbles lost here in this first half.
Not setting the pace the way that you want it done. I mean, here in the first half, already twice the ball's come out and hit the turf. Got to find a way to take care of it. Otherwise, they may have to start thinking about maybe someone different at that position.
The defense gets him the ball via the turnover. Now can this offense cash in? First and goal. Now a handoff here to his running back. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
The 2-yard line.
That didn't just feel like good defense there. That felt like pride, didn't it? He's already gotten into the end zone twice, trying to get there for a 3rd time. No one likes to have the hat trick against them.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by J.C. Jackson. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Intercepted. The Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 4-yard line.
The Pats at the line ready to go. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
The tackle.
Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
No gain on the play. 2nd and 10 at the 17-yard line.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Five yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And there's a run to be happy with. Good, solid yardage. He'll take that any time you hand the ball to a back.
3rd and 5.
Dolphins bring on an extra defensive back on 3rd down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. A rough go there on 3rd down, a loss of 4.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They're going to try and throw. And that's complete to the tight end, Devin Asiasi. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gutsy call. Turns out to be a good one, though. First down on a pickup of 11.
At the 30-yard line.
From the shotgun now, here's an inside give. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 28-yard line.
2nd and 11. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, 3rd down.
When you're running the slant, timing is everything, and against that man coverage, there was no space available, and incompletion as a result.
9th play of the drive coming up, and certainly not an easy one on 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Dolphins. And he will bring this down inside the 10 to the 8-yard line.
Brandon, that's the 3rd time he's fumbled so far in this game. And, you know, you can make excuses for each and every one of them. But the bottom line is he's got to take care of it better. And now that he's shown a propensity for fumbling it.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. A great play there. On his way to a monster game. 3 first-half touchdowns. And this offense is running away with this one. And he'll bang that one through.
Makes the score Dolphins 31, Patriots nothing.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New England with a first down as they begin the drive. And last time, not only the turnover, but that turned into 6 points. They got to make up for that here.
We always hear about empty possessions, but some are worse than others. You can have an empty possession, punt the ball away, get yourself set to play defense, but when you turn it over, it changes momentum, and when they take it downfield and punch it in on you, that's a bad possession all the way around.
Yeah, but you're hungry to get back out there, aren't you?
You'd better be, because otherwise, it's going to be a long day for you.
2nd and 6, just inside the 30. A handoff as they run the counter play. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. 11 yards there, first down.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 17 more yards on that one as they keep the drive rolling.
Exactly what they needed right there, because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off, because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in this first half. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. And they give this time to the tailback. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brings up 2nd and 11.
And this offense going to elect to burn a timeout with 5 seconds remaining in quarter number 2. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And now a timeout defensively after that first down play. So they're going to make this offense sweat out half number 1. Eddie Pinheiro on now. This will be from 49 yards out. This is up and good from Pinheiro.
Good.
So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, and how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. A very interesting call and one that backfires. I know they're losing, Charles, but boy, to start the second half with the onside kick, risky.
Felt like a sense of urgency from their side, coupled with, you and I both know the special teams coordinators, they sell their key plays each and every week to the head coach, don't they? And I guarantee he's been selling.
And all the way in from Miami touchdown. A big play there. 44 yards. And this offense continues to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough, because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
Incomplete. Brings up third down and 8 yards to go.
So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. And now the first throw for the backup quarterback. Able to complete this to Chenault. And he'll be marked down deep on Miami's side of the field. A big play there on 3rd down for the Pats. 59 yards. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Give him maybe a yard. Quite the opposite from the previous big gainer.
1 yard gain. Brings up 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9 now. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And this play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back to the 15. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12.
86 is on the go. 86 is on the go. That's you. That's you. 3.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. A 15-yard touchdown grab. And the Pats able to cash in for 6. Eddie Pinheiro now for the extra point.
Everyone felt like this game was over, but to be able to stay in it, put together a drive, score a touchdown, that's got to be a positive for them.
Makes the score Dolphins 38, Patriots 10. Eddie Pinheiro set to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, here's Pinheiro to kick it off. Now this will make it into the end zone. And down he goes just shy of the 25. Now a penalty marker is down. Let's see what that's about. Well, that holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. With that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
It's just me and you.
Now a handoff here to his running back. Shedding to, there he goes, left side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A great effort there. Taking it in as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And his kick is right through.
Makes the score Dolphins 45, Patriots 10.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. New New England with a first down as they begin the drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to increase the...
Now the ball comes loose, and this is picked up by the Dolphins. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Not the trend he wanted to start the season with a fumble lost in both weeks 1 and 2. Now, it's not a disaster, but certainly not what he was looking for.
Got to get that fixed because otherwise he shows up on every scouting report. I remember sitting in defensive rooms and hearing the scouting report from my coaches, and if someone had a particular problem carrying the ball and holding on to it, that was noted. Hey, make sure you get a little extra attention to him. Get after the football. He's dropped it the last couple of games.
Very good starting position for the Patriot offense as they come up 1st and 10 at their 35-yard line. They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. Laviska Shenault, the intended target. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
79 Bronco.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Back to throw here. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
4th down.
The 3 straight incompletions, they don't care. That hasn't dissuaded them. They're going to go for it on 4th.
5, Mike 5. Come off the ball, hard. Riggs. Quit talking about it.
They'll try and throw for it here. And this is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Apparently they weren't interested in playing the field position game. They opt to keep their offense out there. A big mistake in hindsight.
Yeah, that one backfired, and hindsight's always 20/20, but let's call it what it was. We would have first guessed that one and said, don't do it here. Bad situation. I think they need to be closer to midfield before I would start to think it was a good idea.
Yeah.
And once you start taking risks like that, you're going to have to keep taking them throughout the game, especially when they don't work.
Yeah, at this stage of the second half, interesting.
Sponge.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33.
The ball carrier.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Oftentimes when you're losing a game and the team's still throwing with this kind of a lead, you start playing a little more physically. And they took that opportunity right there to be extremely physical and force that incompletion.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And he brings it back to right around the 26-yard line.
And you can't say enough about our man making the interception right there, Brandon. It's his 12th year in the league, and you told me before the game that he still got it, and he does. What a play that was to come away with the football.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39, and he will bring it back. It's a pick 6 and a Dolphins touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point up and good by Sanders, and the lead will swell by 1 more. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up.
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
You think you might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Flushed out right. And they will not get the connection there. It's incomplete. Hayden Hurst, former first-round pick, the intended target. And that takes us from second to third down. They're going to look to throw. Here as he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now a hit and a loose football. And it's picked up by the Patriots. You hate every fumble. You really hate that. You're going to have great field position. And then he coughed it up.
Well, they went from elation to deflation in a hurry, didn't they? I mean, everything was working just right for them. That type of a return, that field position that they expected to have, unfortunately, none of it came through.
Number 22.
And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up second and 11.
At the 33-yard line.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
Now a handoff here to his running back. And he will have a Patriots first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Back now in Foxborough.
Patriots.
And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And he'll give it here to his running back. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on first down.
Man, these guys may not win this ball game, but you certainly can't fault the effort of this man here today. He's been a real thorn in their sides all afternoon. And that last carry puts him over the 100-yard mark.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Going to give this time to the tailback. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a third down.
Brings up 3rd down and 8.
Ready? Here we go. When's the mic? Watch one. Watch one. What we got? Alert. Mike one. So don't say nothing.
Back to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he gets this to the 48, but no further. Well short of the line to gain. They'll get only a yard out of that, and it'll bring up 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. Historically, this is such a tough, loud venue, but you can hear a pin drop right now. A lot of fans long gone, not used to seeing a lopsided score like this. He's got it. Touchdown, Dolphins. A big play there. His 5th touchdown now on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching, and he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
They are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Patriots take over 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line.
New England with a 1st down as they begin the drive. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
A gain of 2 brings up
now a handoff here to his running back. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22.
The ball carried by
and the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
And he'll give it here to his running back. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line.
I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it.
Mike 5. And let's pin the mirrors back and go full strip. Mike 5. Mike 5. All day. All day. Mike 5.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Now this is incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position. They go play action here on 1st down. That is caught inside the 5. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. As that lead just swells and swells. Look, this has been dominance in all 3 phases, offense, defense, and special teams.
So don't we have to give a lot of credit, not just to what we've seen today, but the preparation in advance, coaching staff, commitment by the players to the game plan, and being ready to go in this one? You're exactly right. Clean sweep. And, boy, they're going to celebrate this one after it's over.
And on the other side, this is the game film you just flush and never go back and review. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Oh, he's able to outmuscle him here as he pulls it in. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones at a 1st down.
45-yard line.
And hit behind the line. He lost the football. It's loose. And the Dolphins have got it. They find some open field here. And this is brought all the way back. A fumble recovery and taken to the house for a Miami touchdown.
For the extra point.
And Charles, look at the big fella. What a rumble that was. Not only to scoop it, but then take it the rest of the way for the touchdown.
And now you know they're going to have to hear about it from now on. The defensive backs, he's going to want to run with them, do their drills, the whole deal. He thinks he's the pace setter now.
It doesn't matter what happens in practice this week. He's smiling. So here's the kickoff now as they'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. Taken in the end zone. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late. But he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And they make the score a little bit more respectable here in our final quarter of play.
73, Patriots 17.
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And the Dolphins are going to recover. Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He pushes through a would-be tackler to get about 3 yards, second down. So the Dolphins have it as we welcome you back in. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And he'll go down here at the 35-yard line.
The ball carrier.
With that run, double-check my math. Yes, he has hit 8,000 career rushing yards.
And that's fantastic. That means he's now approaching the top 50 all-time rushers in NFL history. That means he just sped past Terrell Davis, who's in the hole.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off at the 24. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Well, they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other. It's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8.
They'll drop to throw. And, boy, that one drops incomplete, but if he was hit a fraction sooner, it may have been a fumble. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. He'll look to throw. Looking for his running back, and he's got it. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That good for 19 yards as they pick up the conversion on 3rd. They run the counter now on 1st down. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or 2 shy of the 30. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 ticks to go in the football game. Going to give this time to the tailback. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Now the Patriots will use the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock. So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. Now a handoff here to his running back. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this time the yards won't come so easy, as they'll in fact tackle him behind the line. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. One final shot. They'll look to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Able to get there and pick it. And he's going to go down as time has now run out on this game. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Arizona Cardinals. Meanwhile, for New England, they drop their 10th game now to fall to 4-10. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home against Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.